Hi, this is Simon Chan and welcome to my network marketing training. So today's coaching question, and for those who don't know, if you're part of my coaching program, you can contact me anytime for advice and help. So today's coaching question comes from our Advanced Diamond Mastermind group coaching, Hermione from Melbourne, Australia. So hi Simon, here are the questions I want to ask. For this week, most of my downlines are university students. I find they're not that determined what kind of training or materials I can provide them to let them see the future of this business. Great question. So one of the things I would, so when you market to people, it's different bait for different groups of people, right? How you market to someone who is, the university students are very different from the way you market to someone who's 30 years old, or very different from someone who is 40 or plus, or even baby boomers, right? So a couple of things, generally, if you're especially with marketing nutritional supplements, younger people are probably not interested or excited about supplements, right? So the older people are. So one of the things I would advise you to study teams that are very big in terms of young groups. What do they make it attractive? So you can just talk about business. Most people are probably not that interested, not that excited about it. So ask yourself, what university students, what do they like? When 18 to 21, 22 age group. I remember my friends. Okay, not necessarily me. I'm saying about me, but even me. Most people, 18, 22-year-old, what do they care about? They just care about the group. They like fast cars, fancy cars. They like girls. Right? At least the most guys. Fast cars, girls, sports, and just just pass my final exam, pass my grade. Right? That's what most of the people are looking for. Or maybe just a side thing to get some extra income, like a part-time job. They may not even relate to what a business is. And for me, I was brought up in, I should give an example. I was brought up in the typical, the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the Poor Dad, just education. And I thought the cure for everything is more education, right? So if you talk about business, I didn't even know what really the difference between a business and a job was. I just knew that business, you probably make more money, right? So if you told me about the financial freedom business, I didn't care about that. I just care about, hey, let's go party, have fun, just play ball. I was very into basketball, play ball, maybe some extra side money to buy Nike sneakers, Air Jordans. That's what I cared about. If you talk about being serious, I wouldn't be motivated, not be interested. But if you talk about something that gave me some part-time income that allowed me to buy, like I know friends who like to go to bars, pubs, hey, extra money to go to the pubs, hey, that'll get them. So you got to find out what their needs are, what they like. Okay? Most of the young groups, they target them, get them people excited by cars, girls. And when I say girls or guys, I'm talking about like a community. It's got to be fun, right? Maybe it's hanging out all the time, do something fun. It's not just about serious about business, because you're gonna bore them. And when I say that community, hang out together, go partying together, right? This is a new group. Create that social community. That is really what the connecting with the young group is. And I can go on and on about it. Maybe we can go talk more about it in our next coaching session, Hermione. But think about that. What do young people like? And maybe your university students are different, right? But they like something, and provide them what they like. Maybe they don't care about financial freedom, 100,000, even though they think everyone wants to make 100,000 be financially free. Maybe just extra $300 a week, they'll be very happy. I mean, for most university students, extra $300 a week, they're ecstatic, they're excited. And you create, and when you present the business, that's how you present to them, right? So it really depends on who your students are. Think again, when it comes to marketing, don't think about the message. Don't think about the ad you're gonna write, what you're gonna say. Think about your segment first, your niche, the group. When we talk about niche, the group of people, and when you have that figured out, what they like, then you create the marketing message for that. Okay, make sense? So the next question is, what do you consider a strong leg? How many leaders activate associate sales volume? How can I know I have a strong leg already? Move my attention, start a new leg. Generally, we, the binary, to build 2 legs. I would just recommend anything. If you have over 2,000 points a week coming in from authorship, from maintenance, or from your own effort, not from your own efforts, or from new enrollments, I'll consider that leg to be decent. Okay, if you have 2,000 points just authorship, then that's good. Maybe you want to hit 3,000, including new enrollments, then you have a decent strong leg, you can build a new one. Because if you have 3,000 points coming in every week, you definitely have some leaders in there. Like I'm saying, you don't sign up anyone you bring in, you got minimum 2,000 from authorships. But talk about enrollments, 3,000 points in enrollments, including authorships. You doing nothing. So we're talking about passive income of like $600 of you do nothing. You have a pretty strong leg, go and build another leg. You start building another leg then. So because you will have people, leaders there, naturally, that will be doing their own trainings, their own groups. So I wouldn't say how many leaders there are, I wouldn't say that. I'll look at the sales volume. And I wouldn't say activated associates either. I know you asked that question. How many leaders, active associates? Just look at the sales volume. If you get $400, without plan, 2,000, 2,400, or from a authorship alone, you have a pretty decent leg. You have a decent amount of critical mass there. And then of course the 2,000, you have leaders that will give you 3,000, 3,000. And that would that's a residual income of over $600 US a week. You have good leaders here, go start building another leg. Third question is, you mentioned you asked for a list from downlines. I'm just curious, if you called someone, they signed up, who should be the sponsor? It's a great question. We're talking about, for those who don't know, watch the 5-star prospecting workshop video, how to invite. We're talking about like teaching if the downlines quit, right? Before they quit, you actually get the list. Because the money is in the list, you want their list. And if you sponsor them, of course, if the person is still active in the business, definitely that person should be the sponsor. But even if they're not active in the business, I'll probably give the sponsorship to that person. Because if the person ever goes back and the downline who's inactive complains against you say, hey, I helped you, I even give you the sponsorship, then they have nothing to say about that, right? They can't say anything about that. They have nothing. But if if they're unhappy that you actually start calling their list and you became the sponsor, they feel, oh, you took my sponsorship away, you took the people away. So you do get a matching bonus, but really matching bonus, small money. To create the headaches that can come on later on, it's not worth it. So if a downline is not active and he's gonna complain, hey, I gave you a sponsorship, I helped you make money, you get a matching bonus. I'm working with the guy, right? So he's a win-win for him, and that may actually get him excited in the business. But more importantly for you, you get the list and the contact. So I'll normally let the downline be the sponsor. All right, so I think that's about it, Hermione. I hope that helpful. And so for those who are interested, you can take a look at my Simon Chan's coaching program. But again, we went through 3 important things. Number 1, how to talk to the Gen Y. Okay, again, Hermione, find out what they like to do, and then you fulfill their need. Okay, again, every group of students more or less the same, but your group of students may be different. Right? You may have like foreign exchange students. They may not be as crazy into the cars and the party. They may be more serious. They may want to earn some extra income to start a business that allows them to stay in the country, right? So find out what their needs are first, and then message you back. I can answer for the next question. Remember that we talked about the strong leg, and we also talked about sponsoring from your downlines list. All right, everyone, that wraps it up. See you guys next time. This is Simon Chan.